Yep, welcome back, folks. A fantasy football draft here on Restream. I'm going to join Kerm on Discord and see what the reactions are. Yeah, and I'm not sure if Kerm has a Discord set up. If he does, we'll go live.
Yeah, there's somebody. Who's that?
Hey, what's going on, Brett?
It's Ransom. Okay, where are you, Extreme? See if I can manage this.
Nicole's probably going to take McCaffrey. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be an auto pick for McCaffrey, which I think is like the third time that's happened to her, which is hilarious. Yep. Okay. Bang, back. Bang, bang. And that's McCaffrey.
Paint Banter, please say Chris. Brett.
What's his username in Discord?
Is he defending champs? Is that Jason's username?
You know it. Why would it be anything different? Because you know how he is with fantasy.
Yep.
Man, there he is.
I was lucky enough to beat him once, and he's still salty about that. He's loyal, but he's salty about losing. Very competitive.
Very, very salty.
He is pinged. Ames. Is he going to recapture? Take CD Lamb. Well, there you go. You got him anyway. Alright, that is a wide receiver for... Where the heck are you in my list? Oh, there you are. I should almost mark that as a keeper. No, I'm not going to mark it as a keeper. And we have Ransom. It's between two, really. Which one is he going to take?
And with how salty he gets, it's almost fun to rile him up in the group thread.
Are we talking about Jason? Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at a few running backs. I do not have a lot of time to decide which one I'm going to pick. I'm looking at Hall and Gibbs. I'm not going to get both. Let's just take Hall. Let's not overthink this because the Lions, it might be running back by committee. I'm high on both the Jets and Lions this year. I've got the Lions in the Super Bowl. I've got the Jets in the AFC title losing to the Ravens. So let's not overthink this. Let's just take Breece Hall. But you do have those conversations when you're high on multiple teams, Brett, before your pick is in. You have those internal conversations. You can't tip your hand one way or the other. But I think Breece Hall is the correct pick for my team.
Hey, a running back by committee can work if it's, last year's Dolphins.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I almost went to Jefferson, Brett.
I can't believe I ended up with Mostert and A-Chain and somehow ended up on the bad end of that deal. How's that even possible when you look at last year's season? Galveston. He's drafting from a laptop.
I'm drafting from a laptop too. I mean, last year I live streamed this. It was a lot of fun, and I'm doing that again. I'm seeing what the board looks like. I'm surprised Jason's not using his own laptop, or he's only allowed to use the school laptop. I'm not sure what the situation there is. It's not really my place to comment.
You ready, Jason?
Carolina taking a running back.
So there's no snake order for this. It's
Not
just
the keeper rounds.
So the snake order doesn't apply until like round 4 or 5, I'm guessing.
Correct. Yeah, it'll start in 4 where it'll do the same order, and then 5 is the first round where it will reverse.
I have volume up all the way, and it's really
SMU has benched their quarterback.
Is there a way I can turn the volume up?
I think that's on your end, Jason.
Yeah, you're not dampened in the server, so it's got to be on your end. Oh boy.
Yeah, right now the best player on the board is Pacheco. I am not taking him. I'm not going to reveal who I'm taking just yet. I've got a few seconds to decide or click on the button.
I know who you're taking. Right here. I got him highlighted.
Who do you think I'm taking, Brett?
Derrick Henry.
Of course I'm taking Derrick Henry. I just wanted to see if Brett could guess first before I locked in the pick.
Of course. Derrick Henry to the case.
Yeah, I named my team the Agent K's. It's a former league member, Chris. Yeah, that's basically we had to honor his memory somehow. So I figured we'd name the team the Agent K's. Because he was one of the more memorable members of the league.
Where do I have you in the board? Right there. Bingo. Right. Oh, it's got to be there. 2 options. Well, actually, there is an argument to be made for Olave here.
Hey, Chris, did you watch the FSU Georgia Tech game?
Yeah, we were breaking down NFL teams and watching that at the same time on the podcast today. I saw the end of that game, and Georgia Tech won the game. It was a pretty good game.
Yes, it was. It was a very good game.
Yeah. Close until the very end. That was an all-time classic. Probably the best week 0 game I've seen in my lifetime.
Etienne running back to the extreme. 3 live, well, semi-live running back picks. Etienne off the board. Right. Ames. Oh, yeah. There's really only one option here. Right there.
Which one?
And Jason's already trying to recruit other players that aren't on his team. Want to trade ETN for Kyron?
So which one, Brett?
A-Chain. Let's see what I think you're taking here.
Oh, you broke up.
A-Chain. Devon A-Chain. I knew it had to be a running back. I figured it was going to be A-Chain. All right. Kamara. Ready?
I'm tempted to take A-Chain here, but I know person I've been seeing the past few months is a Colts fan. So if I pass on Michael Pittman here, I'm going to piss off the person I've been seeing for the past few months, 4 months now. But like, I'm not sure what to do here. Like, I don't think too highly of the Colts, but at the same time, Pittman is the best player on the board. And if you're in a relationship with a Colts fan, you probably shouldn't pass on Michael Pittman here. The value's too good. I risk pissing off a partner by passing on Pittman. But A-Chain's really good value for a flex back here, too. So, that's the thing. And Nevada has just scored on SMU. So he could have another upset in college football. And Montana State did beat New Mexico. The time, it sounds like a bomb timer.
Junior off the board and a wide receiver for the Case. Then Mixon to the FC. Good choice.
And Team South cannot trade their pick for a quarter pounder, despite how appetizing that burger avatar looks. That is against league rules. They must select somebody here.
Those two autos are at least going to take Cook and A-Chain.
Yep.
Oh, NASA has said that the astronauts will stay at the station. Starliner will return unmanned.
Oh, I should be able to go to the live picks now.
So the only reason New Mexico didn't lose by multiple points is they had 2 fumble recoveries for a touchdown, which before Montana State outscored them 21-0 in the fourth quarter.
And bang. Webster to South, running back. Number 4 is in the first live pick. That was James Cook. Goodbye, James Cook. All right, Rebels.
So we got 2 people not even.
Nicole's a lot of times she ends up missing the draft because I think what is it?
Usually it's because of Dragon Con,
Yeah, Dragon. That's what I was trying to think of.
but that's not for a couple of weeks still. Actually, it's next week.
SMU is losing by 7, but I don't think that's going to last. And guess who else also lost by 7? The Yankees. The Rockies beat the Yankees 9-2.
At least the Brewers are looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. But Nicole might be in a Pasadena
Up to my ear.
because Power Morphicon is this weekend, and she's not going to the Dragon Con, which she usually does.
Rebels takes a chain.
I was hoping to get him saying that. Oh, well.
Switches. There we go. Kickers had 3 keepers as well. Right, okay. Did he ever make it in? He's lit up like he's here. So who knows?
Cubs beat the Marlins 14-2. Pretty big blowout there, but that's a meh game.
And bang.
And Mike Evans goes to midget kickers. Rashad White finding Debo and DK Metcalf to Carolina Extreme. Livermore Cowboys are on the clock. And no, I do not have a top secret document featuring Brett's draft plans. Only Brett has that. It's locked up in a vault, and we will find out what is coming out of the vault in just over a minute, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Let's take White off the board. And let's take Metcalf off the board. And it looks like, yeah, I know exactly who I'm taking. And I am pleased that he fell to me. I like this pick. I like this pick a lot. I'm very happy about it. Let me get it logged in. There's my selection. And okay. All right. Now I gotta find his name. There he is. Okay.
Jacobs, that's a good pick. That was my top choice had he fell to me, so that was the correct decision. That's Joey's team. Let's see what.
Very rushy for running back.
I feel like Joey and Brett's rivalry might be the only rivalry older than my rivalry with Jason Bannell in fantasy. Because I've been educated about that rivalry on the podcast, but I'm sure Brett will tell me some things that Joey has. And Joey takes Anthony Richardson.
That's surprising.
Joey is a lot higher on Anthony Richardson than the consensus this year.
I mean, is he planning on playing Richardson in a running back slot?
Yeah, auto pick is telling me I'm going to take Diggs. I'm not taking you, Diggs. You can keep staring at me like some depressed guy, but I'm not picking you.
Fantastic pick for you.
Diggs might be a fantastic pick, but I mean,
like there's on the board. There's a very choice pick in your position.
I took DJ Moore in one of my other leagues. I could take Allen here. I'm not going to.
Joey must have dipped out and then back in. Must have closed the screen.
I'm going to take Mark Andrews.
Tim is up. this gotta be the pick. It's the pick I thought that Chris was gonna make.
I do have DJ Moore in my Yahoo League, if that's who you're referring to.
Nope.
I'm guessing Allen's the other player. I had Allen in a Yahoo League last year, and I think I had him in this league too. But I feel like Allen peaked last year.
Interesting thing is that Tim has not live drafted a non-kept quarterback in the first 4 rounds since 2014. Wide receiver is the 4th pick for Tim. Zay Flowers off the board.
I'm wondering if Banel goes Josh Allen here, because he has 48 and 49. But yeah, SMU benched their starting quarterback Preston Stone for Smith, the backup. I don't know if Stone is injured or if they're just keeping him on the sideline, what the deal is. But SMU is losing to Nevada, and SMU had one of the top offenses in the FBS last year. And SMU's wide open on that play, and they dropped the pass. SMU's receiver dropped the pass. They were wide open on that play. So I don't know what's going on exactly.
Hey, Nick's here.
And Banel took Josh Allen just as I predicted he would.
I figured somebody had to get him by now. I thought you were going to take him, and I thought Tim was going to take him.
I think Allen peaked. This could be a severe miscalculation on my end, but at the same time, I completely understand why Jason would take him in a 1 QB league. His value is too good at this point.
Especially if you look at the next top QBs up, there's a pretty sharp drop off that next batch after Allen and Hurts are off the board, if you don't count keepers.
Hold on.
Are you okay with me doing it? Move away.
And we're back to Tim. Okay. Tim could take a QB here.
Allen was a no-brainer. I can't pick again for a while. I had to take the best quarterback there.
Yeah, 20, almost 24 picks in between.
I just didn't see any of the running backs standing out, and I thought Waddle by far was the best receiver, in my opinion. Though, I mean, I don't know. There's still value there, too, but my RB2 is going to suck.
Yeah, it's similar to last year's running back situation. And before the sharp fall off happened. And then, of course, we had mid-season breakouts. That's how you had your Monster Shea chains. Might have a similar thing happen this year, but we'll have to see. There he is. Nick is finally in. Okay, Stroud went to the Niners. Not too unusual. That is a 5. DJ Moore, receiver 2. Galveston as a 5. DJ Moore, good pick. Right. This is round 5. Yeah. Ooh. It's got to be a wide out here.
gonna go
Like Anakin's,
Higgins.
yeah, Jason, sounds like Anakin's trying to. They talk.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
And Joey takes a tight end.
Yeah, I took Trey McBride in Jason's other league on Yahoo. That's not bad value at this point.
Yeah. I was thinking of a bride myself.
Yeah, I figured once he fell to round 7, the value there was too good to pass on.
This is where it's going to get a little funky.
Yeah.
This is a weird position.
I thought about taking Malik Neighbors, but I think he's going to struggle with Daniel Jones at quarterback, so I'm out on him. I know he's the surefire number 1 target on the Giants. I'm aware of that, but I also think I don't trust Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is dog shit. Yeah.
And Johnson Jr. gets a rushing touchdown for SMU, and the Mustangs tie the game. The Pony Express ties it with the Wolfpack at 7, 12:56 left in the half.
All right, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. We're going to do it. So that no one else has to. I will fall on the sword and I will save you all. Ridley to the extreme. Wide receiver.
And Midget Kickers takes DeAndre Swift.
I left the money down there.
And Midget Kickers is back on the clock.
Right back in Dixieland. Wide receiver to south. Wide receiver to south again. Tight end to Dixieland in round 6. There's Ramondre Stevenson. It is DeAndre Swift. Where are you, Swift? Got Aaron Jones. George Pickens. And Dalton Kincaid. Okay. Okay. It's got to be what? Montgomery or Connor? No. What was it? Oh, it was Montgomery. Okay. Montgomery is a running back for Midget Kickers. 6. Debo takes a running back. Carolina takes a tight end. That is Zamir White. That is Kyle Pitts. Well,
What a run on tight ends.
yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Kyle Pitts in round 6. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
There's 3 players I was looking at. Connor was one of them, but wasn't my first choice, but he was one of the 3 players I was looking at. So that's another good pick by Brett. And then Andrew and Joey are going to be on the clock. I might be moderating a debate in 2 weeks if Andrew calls in. We'll make it like 11 a.m. or noon, but probably 11 a.m. But what we would do is Andrew's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Joey's a Cleveland Browns fan. They play in week 1. I want to moderate a debate between the two. I just think that would be very entertaining. I mean, like a debate. I would ask engaging questions, such as how will Deshaun Watson rebound? What adjustments does Dallas have to make with Deron Bland out of the lineup? He is going to have a stress fracture in his foot, but I still think Dallas is going to end up winning that game despite not having him. But it's not going to be easy. Cleveland's going to bring everything they've got. And Amari Cooper was my next choice after James Conner, so that's
Okay. Had some conditional formatting errors there. Oh, okay. Surely this has to be running back.
well, Joey. I don't know what Joey's drafted as far as positional value goes.
He has drafted no running back.
Yeah.
He's got 2 quarterbacks.
Brian Robinson Jr. That's a player he was high on.
Finally gets a running back. Brian Robinson Jr. for 6. All right. And let's see.
No auto draft. I'm not taking Jonathan Brooks. I do like his upside long term, but we've got Henry and Hall. We really don't need another running back. If I have to pick somebody right now based on who's off the board, I'm leaning Keenan Allen. I'm also looking at Kirk, but I was looking at Allen was my third choice behind Connor and Cooper, so I'm probably going to go Keenan Allen, and that'll probably be my flex receiver at this spot.
Every tight end's gone, basically.
Yep. Pretty much.
I guess the decision to take Andrews early paid off.
Yeah, I knew that I was going to be waiting on tight ends this year. I didn't even bother. This was going to be a late tight end year for me. It was the plan going in.
Which means you're looking at guys like David Njoku, Brock Bowers, Cole Met once the value's there. Not too early, not too late. When the value's there. That's kind of what I'm doing with the quarterbacks myself. I'm waiting for the value to be there. I don't want to wait too long, but at the same token, if you got 4 running backs and you got 4 receivers and you got a second tight end, by that point, you got to pick a quarterback.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I think I can go another round or two drafting for value, and then I got to take my guy if the value's there.
All right, Emothi. That is the earliest third wide receiver he's taken since 2012. Christian Kirk. On the bend. This is the 6-7 bend.
What is Jason going to do with that last pick in round 6? That's the big question. And he takes Mostert.
That's a good pick. Yeah, the last 2 years, he's taken double running back on that bend. He's been in the 11th position, which is almost on the bend. And he's taken running back at that snake bend last 2 years. Round 6 and 7. But both of those times, that was after he had a tight end. So
Yeah.
this is an interesting year. Dude, Nick is having some technical difficulties. Jesus.
And
Chubb.
Bantle takes Nick Chubb in round 7.
Bang, bang. All right. The Niners. Surely he gets another running back here. Gotta get himself a second one, right? Najee? Dak goes to Elviston. Back off the board.
Najee and Dak were the two I was looking at. So this is an interesting spot to be in.
How Pollard do you think Pollard is still going to be in Tennessee? Here's a sentence.
Yep. Let's go with we're gonna go with Rashee Rice, Chiefs receiver. That'll be our first bench player.
Rice is a good pick. That's almost who I took. But I didn't want to take my 4th receiver before I took my 3rd running back.
All right. Okay.
I don't think he's going to get suspended until next year.
He's not. The trial's not until December.
Nice. Well, assuming he doesn't do anything else stupid before then.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't.
Joey was infuriated when I told him that on the podcast today that he's not going to get suspended until after his trial, which is currently set for December.
Yeah, he also they dropped charges on the second account.
Yep.
So, I mean, the NFL could still step in and say he's not.
So are we doing away with kickers this year? Because it doesn't show kickers.
Done first, so.
What are you talking about? What was you talking about, Jason?
With Rice?
I wasn't sure who he was talking about.
Rashee Rice.
Yeah, Rashee Rice. That he's probably not going to be any kind of
right there. Okay.
punishment whatsoever until next year.
The freaking thing is feeding him to me up at the top. Well, ESPN, I happen to agree with you.
Is that your 2nd or 1st?
1st.
Nice. That's good value if you're a quarterback then.
Mm-hmm. That's what's great about this one special column.
I mean, you can't ride a roller coaster, but that's good. You got to be at least 4 feet tall to ride a roller coaster.
Johnson Brooks. Say running back for the extremes. And tight end David Njoku. Debo. Dink.
Y'all have fun. Oops, somebody say, somebody was taken off of their queue.
games.
Roller coasters are overrated.
I went on some roller coasters as a kid. They were fun. I wouldn't say the experience is overrated.
Fidget kickers. Better to build them and get paid.
Yep.
I would still bet money that Kyler Murray did that procedure to make him 2 inches taller, because there's no way he looks 5'10".
Dixieland.
Like, I remember watching Drew Brees his whole career and Russell Wilson, and they do not look as short as Murray does.
Is a wide receiver. Wide receiver, Deontay Johnson. Ferguson is a tight end. Running back. And wide receiver.
You sound like Matt Millen talking about all these wide receivers, Brent. No offense.
Here's Brent.
I meant to say Brett.
There goes Jordan Love. There goes Godwin. We don't care about that. Jade Reed. Deontay also gone. Ferguson gone. Javonte Williams and
I would wish I didn't suck right now.
Okay. There's a plan at work.
How many rounds are there?
16 total. This is round 8.
So I don't pick again until, let's see, 97.
96, and then you have 97 as well.
Yeah, but after that, when do I pick again?
It'd be 120.
Holy shit.
It's 96 plus 24. Okay, Eckler to the Babes. You know, I thought about that. Thought about saying, why not, just in case, because you never know. You could make some magic happen and be the Eckler somehow in Washington. That'd be a heck of a value. I was like, nah. I went with wide receiver. Back. Okay. I had a second monitor. I could put this sheet over there. This sheet over
I
there.
wonder what Joey's going to do here, because I could see him taking Elliott here. I could see him going with he's not high on Lad McConkey. I know this because
Pollard or Singletary.
Pollard could be the pick as well. Singletary might be in play. Hopkins is probably who I think Joey will end up picking because it's a safe pick. Joey does tend to go for the safe pick or go for floor over ceiling sometimes. Not always, but sometimes that is the case. Lad McConkey, who I'm super high on, but I'm kind of surprised he went that route. All right. This is where I'm kind of torn.
Yeah.
I'm not drafting DeAndre Hopkins. That's what AutoPick's saying. I've narrowed it down to 2. Zach Moss and Roma Dunze. I'm not sure who I'm going to pick. I guess I'll take Moss. But that was how close that was.
He gets Pollard. Nice. Who was that? That was
Sutton's also still there. I'm guessing Bantel's going to pick him simply because of his point value and because Bantel likes to win now.
Sutton. Who is he going to take on this bend? Got good information for this particular draft position. Should be the 8-9 bend. Well, this is where it gets interesting. Yeah, I can see that. The numbers are green. They light up green, that means that the ADP of that player is going to hit before your next pick. And I will tell you right now, that took a few hours to program into this thing. That was harder than you'd think. Singletary, okay. Okay. RB8. I think that means I can narrow. Well, no, actually, it'd be like one of 5 different guys, but narrow down the position.
Xavier Worthy, I did take him in Jason's Yahoo League, and Jason takes him in this league. I do like Worthy. He's been good in the preseason.
Tim. In round 9. Tim is about to take either a kicker or defense. Watch this.
Nope.
He
Nope.
didn't. Wow. Like 6 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
2 other guys there.
I'm like
Jameson Williams. Okay. Yeah. Marquise Brown also gone for Galveston FC. Yeah, there's an interesting pattern for Tim taking a kicker in the 9th round. The majority of the years in this league, he has taken a kicker in the 9th round. It's just how it always ends up. I don't even know if he realizes that.
Yeah, I was looking at O'Dunes here, but with him having the same bye week as Keenan Allen, I might be better equipped picking someone else. Because, don't get me wrong, I like O'Dunes, but Sutton has a different bye week, and he's a veteran, and his output might be higher. It just depends on how much confidence you have in Bo Nix. I have more confidence in Caleb than Nix, but I do not want Jaden Daniels auto draft. I would rather have
quite the air core.
And I'm pretty certain this is the longest I've gone without drafting a quarterback in all the years I've picked. So Brett's probably thinking, what the hell is he doing?
Actually, I was looking at that exact statistic, and I can tell you that this will already be the latest you've taken your first quarterback since 2020. And that is the only year that you've taken one later than now. But other than that, the latest was round 7 for you to take your first quarterback.
Yep.
So not entirely unprecedented.
So what round did I take a quarterback in 2020?
Round 11, and it was the only one you drafted. Oh, I don't know which quarterback you took. I don't have that in this sheet.
Yeah, because Jaden Daniels is the top QB on the board, but I like everyone else below him more. Whether it's Caleb, Rogers, Cousins, Watson, Lawrence, Herbert, I like everyone else below Jaden Daniels
I know
more.
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm trying to load up my skill positions as much as possible and waiting for the right value.
Yeah. I'm doing the same thing right now with tight end.
Yeah, that's pretty. I have not taken a defense or kicker. I'll look at that once.
Going forward, running back to the art walk. Finally, he takes a second running back. This is
Jerome Ford. Joey's a
the
Browns
latest.
fan. Joey's favorite team is the Browns, so the Jerome Ford pick shouldn't surprise you. He'll provide immediate value, but he will not provide long-term value once Chubb comes back.
Yep. This is the latest that Joey has ever taken a second running back in the draft. Officially.
Yeah,
Beating his record
I'll load
of
up on
7.
quarterbacks early in Superflex. Like I got Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in Jason's Superflex
Ooh.
league.
That is nuts. How did you do that?
I traded CeeDee Lamb to get Lamar Jackson at 6.
Oh, okay. It's still pretty good.
And 2 years ago, I did the same thing. I got Eckler in round 3, used the third round keeper on him, and I flipped him for Mahomes. The guy who got Eckler won third place, and I got the league title that year. But
Ezekiel Elliott. Big back. Ames. Of course you took Elliott.
I was looking at Elliott as a 4th running back, but I just didn't have the guts to go through with it because I think he went undrafted in Jason's league. Just 17 rounds.
Let's see what the sheet says. The sheet says, yeah, you know what the sheet says? You know what the sheet is telling me right now? The sheet is telling me Andrew's a dickhead for taking Ezekiel Elliott. That is what the sheet is telling me.
Oh, yes.
Survey says Kerm is a dickhead for taking Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah. I was trying to do that in a Steve Harvey voice because that's probably what Brett was thinking.
Yeah, it's not that big of a dip, but it is a straight up value loss for what my next pick is, which is take another look over here and just make sure.
And you're right, Chris. Like Zeke wasn't drafted in Jason's league.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I just looked on the
I was considering him.
Google Docs page.
I was considering him, but I didn't end up picking him. I ended up going with Trey Benson over him, but I was considering him in round 17.
Making it a 6th straight year that I took a running back in round 9. Fun fact. Holy cow, what the heck is all this? Okay. So I just took a running back and this quarterback. Evo took a wide receiver. Ninja Kickers took a wide receiver. We have wide receiver, running back, receiver. That's what I've been doing. I was wondering why I was.
And the first defense is off the board. Caroline Extreme takes the Browns defense.
Back, wide defense.
Back, wide defense.
Exactly.
Actually, there's 4 backs before the wide receiver and defense, but I'm thinking Chris Berman voice. Back. Yeah.
That's okay. At least she didn't waste a keeper on a defense or a kicker.
Yep. I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know who I'm taking. I already know who I'm taking, and I'm actually happy about this. Yes, I am very happy about this. Okay, we're good. So let me get a little bit
Brett
more.
is taking Bowers, if I had to guess. You haven't picked a tight end yet.
I am taking a tight end, but it is not Bowers.
We'll see who it is shortly.
It's a Goldert you are taking.
As many seconds as I can to clean this up. Tyler Lockett. Okay. And yes, you're right. It's Goddard.
Yep.
Okay. The Browns defense means I need to hit this button here to count that a defense has been taken. Do.
Yep. You don't get the survey says treatment, Brett.
All right. So I took a tight end. You can fly? Where am I? I'm right here.
I was hoping he might last one more round, but I wasn't holding. But it's like if he did, he was there. If not, nah, wasn't that worried about it.
And interesting thing again, that is the latest I've ever taken a tight end.
Yep.
A first tight end. Before that, I had taken my first tight end in the 9th round 3 times before, but never in the 10th. Aaron Rodgers. Very good. You got a lot of upside brewing over there on your team.
Auto pick says I should take Caleb Williams. You know what, auto pick? I am going to take a 4th running back instead. It's not that I don't like Caleb Williams. I want to get a quarterback without reaching for them in terms of value. So I'm going to take Dobbins. So I have 4 running backs. I have 5 receivers. If Caleb is there at my next pick, I will pick him. But right now, I'm just trying to get as much value as possible without reaching for anybody. And there's still good QBs on the board if Caleb gets picked. Watson's there, Lawrence is there, Herbert's there, Tua's there, Goff is there. That's really why there's not a lot of rush for a QB. But I probably will take Caleb if he makes it to that pick. But I want my QB to be on the BPA board so I can get him without reaching for them. But I don't think Caleb's going to be there if I don't take him at 124. So I might take Caleb, I might not. I don't know yet. We'll see how the board goes.
One thing I'm crossing my fingers for is that I don't end up regretting taking Josh Jacobs over Jalen Hurts. That was the biggest thing in that round. That's going to be the big one that I watch. That's off the board. So we got Sunhaven taking a kicker in round 2.
Yeah, I don't like any of these options for BPA. Mike Williams, Thomas Rashid, Kendre Miller. I think round 11 was the latest I took a QB in 2020. I don't know. And you know what? Screw it. We're going to take Caleb Williams right here. And he's going to start. We're going to start a rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams.
I like it.
This is a bold strategy on my end. This could work in my favor, or this could backfire entirely. But I'm going down in style.
Jake Elliott. Why do I have this open? Get out of the way. Okay. Elliott. Brock Bowers. Bye-bye. E.J. Hawkinson. Bye-bye. Lions defense. Let's click the arrow. And the Lions are gone. 49ers D's. Click the arrow.
Joey might take Brian Thomas here. He lives in Jacksonville. He's a Browns fan, but I think Joey's going to take Brian Thomas if I had to make an educated guess.
Okay. A lot of peas in the soup. I don't know what he's going to take here. I mean, I'd think a 3rd running back.
I was right. Brian Thomas was the pick.
Thomas.
I guessed that correctly. I'm not as high on Brian Thomas as I am Xavier Worthy, but I know that's a player Joey likes, so he's talked about him on the podcast that we do. So that's how I knew he was going to pick him.
Oh boy, what are we doing here? Okay, this is an easy one. Because it would have been Brian Thomas had he not taken him. And because Brian Thomas is gone, it's going to be Jacoby Myers. That's the pick.
Assuming Andrew doesn't take him. Andrew's.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's going to take is Jacoby Myers right here.
Okay.
That's my guess. He doesn't take him.
Curtis Samuel.
Oh, Curtis Samuel. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't mind this at all. I mean, Myers wouldn't be bad. If I took Myers here, I wouldn't be unhappy about it. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
I'd be fine with it. But I also don't care enough about having Myers to be unhappy if I don't take him. Which means I'm taking right there. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that.
It's 10-10 in the SMU Nevada game. Nevada's got the ball. They are in field goal range.
Right.
And the Ravens defense and Justin Tucker were my next two targets. A good job sniping me out of a defense and kicker. But
Tucker and the Cowboys. There's the Cowboys. There's Tucker. That is two more here. I need to
so we got a defense kicker sandwich, a rare defense kicker sandwich with the Ravens and Cowboys defense being the bread and Justin Tucker being the what topping would Justin Tucker be on a sandwich?
That is a good question. Tomato, because he's T.
Yep.
BLT. Or CRT, I guess.
Tomato.
Yep.
Everybody's taking defenses or kickers now. Everyone's panicking because
Yeah, that's what always happens.
Uh-huh.
Kickers and
That's what we did on with certain positions. I think it was the tight end position in Battles League. We did a run on.
Yeah, because there were two runs actually. There was a run after I took McBride in round 7, and then after I took Njoku, there was a run on backup tight ends.
And let's see, Mike Williams is gone. The Jets defense should have been the next one, so that's correct. Brock Purdy is gone. Where are you, Brock Purdy?
Yeah, I'll probably go for value. How many picks do I have left? This is a 16-round draft, so I'm guessing I have to use 15 and 16 on a defense and kicker.
Amy Fairbairn, or however you say his name.
North Alabama and Southeast Missouri is 15-13. North Alabama with 4 minutes to go in the third.
Interesting. I mean, Montana State, they trailed 31-14 and they came back and won. That's amazing.
Chris, I was talking about the FCS kickoff game. North Alabama versus a Southeast Missouri.
That's pretty good. I'm still watching SMU Nevada. I'm surprised how close this game is.
Yeah, the North Alabama game is on ESPN.
All right, I'll flip to that once this is at halftime because there's like 20 seconds left in the half.
Oh, this is hilarious. Huh. Boy, oh boy, is that interesting. Oh, there's some fun I could do with this pick. Okay, it's been a very long time since I've done this. But this makes me feel a lot better about this particular spot. Huh. I don't hate this either. I really don't.
Nevada throws a touchdown pass on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I was thinking, because Jacoby Myers fell to me again, and I was thinking, I could take him here. I could get him having not taken him last time, and then I was like, there's a better move. There's a better move, because Tua's still there.
Yep, and Jason wanted Tua, so I'm glad. Good job triggering Jason.
It is.
Wide out. I had to nail somebody because freaking Andrew nailed me on Elliott, so I had to pass the buck.
I'm taking a rookie here, another receiver. Should I go with Leggett or Adonai Mitchell? I'm probably going to go Leggett since Mitchell's probably going to be... There's no guarantee Mitchell plays when Josh Downs comes back. I'll probably go with Leggett.
That's what Tim says. I think that's what that translates to.
Legerter.
I translated from Tim speak.
Okay, so Xavier Leggett is the 6th receiver I've drafted. This has got to be a record for receivers I've drafted, Brett.
It is not. You drafted 7 in 2016. See, don't you just love how I just have that information available instantly?
Yes.
Nice to know that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then running back from Galveston. What do we got? We got a wide receiver for Tim. All right.
Andrew replying in the chat. Me and Brett translated Tim speak. And the R's are E's in Tim speak.
Yeah. Marshawn Lloyd. There you are. Here. Where are you hiding? Right there. Okay. We got Chase looking for that second quarterback. And this will be the latest he ever took a second quarterback. Beating his record from 2021 of waiting till round 11 to take a second quarterback.
There are still 4 or 5 QB2s that I like. 6 if you count Stafford. So there's like 5 or 6 QB2s that I like. Question is, can I get one in round 14 and go for value here? Or am I just better off taking...
Picks. Oh, you mean 14. I see what you mean, yeah. Because you know that...
Bandel's probably taking his QB2 here. Now that Bandel knows I also need a QB2, I'm guessing he will probably take his. And Jason takes McPherson.
Increment arrow. It's got to be what? Goff or Lawrence? That's my coin flip. Goff, Lawrence. He's going to shock everyone by taking a second kicker.
And SMU is trailing at halftime. It is 17-10, SMU to receive second half kickoff. ESPN. Yeah, I've got one of those voice remotes where I can just yell ESPN and it flips the channel to ESPN with Comcast. It's pretty nice, but Southeast Missouri State, they had a wide receiver get drafted last year, Southeast Missouri State.
Oh, I didn't actually put that in. Maybe I should do that. There we go. Round 13, he's flipping his coin between the quarterbacks. Heck, maybe he'll take Herbert here. You never know.
I took Herbert in round 5 of a Superflex league because I just felt like if it's a Superflex keeper league, Herbert in round 5 is really good value.
Wow. What is happening? He's riding Josh Allen into the sunset.
Well, Allen is one of the more durable quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Chris, the North Alabama Lions won 3 back-to-back Division II national 5.
And I believe Southeast Missouri State is an FCS team. Is North Alabama FCS or are they Division II?
Nope. They've been FCS for about 7 years now.
Yep.
And when North Alabama won the Division II titles, they won them on home soil because their home stadium was the national, what had been the long time home of the Division II title game.
Do I have to draft a kicker and defense?
You technically
Yes.
don't. I mean, you don't have to. You're not forced to draft.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Yes,
What,
you
you
are
are?
correct.
Did we make you?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh, well, I stand corrected. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, because I've only got 4 picks left. That means I pretty much have to go quarterback, tight end, kicker, defense if I want a backup tight end to Andrews and he gets injured, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You drafted a
You don't have to
quarterback
get a backup, though.
Let's take Justin Herbert. He will be my backup. So Caleb Williams. It was between him and Deshaun Cosby Watson.
What takes a running back? That is Antonio Gibson. Go.
You didn't want to watch it anymore.
Tight end to the Abes.
I know, but you didn't also want to watch it.
I was considering Romeo Dobbs, but I figured I'd better off getting my backup now and keeping Bantle from getting a backup than I am from waiting.
Well.
Excuse me. So we got Bantle, we got me, we got Brett Andrew, we got Shrek the Great. Who's that? Shrek the Great. Tim?
I just don't see anything I wanted to jump for there. How early is this going to be? Oh my God, this is round 13. This is the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, Barry Bonds was inducted into the Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Fame today.
Huh. Didn't expect to take a kicker this early. The earliest I've taken one since 2010, the inaugural season of the league on ESPN.
Well, I was waiting for someone to take Koo before I took Butker, but I don't think Butker's going to be there at my next pick. I think someone else is probably going to take Butker.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Yeah, pretty good bet. Okay, we got running back, kicker, running back.
Yeah, Brett. You, Michael, and Brian will get a kick out of that. Me and I just posted.
Receiver, kicker. South also took a wide receiver for 14. And a running back. Okay. That's Ty Chandler. Where are you, Ty Chandler? There you are.
Okay, so Butker did get picked by Brett, so...
Oh, yeah. Cool. There's a hero. Dolphins D. And that's a click. DeMario Douglas. There you are. Zorline. Where are you? There you are. Got increment. Adonai Mitchell is a wide receiver. Bingo. Julian McLaughlin is a running back. Right there. Okay, then we got RB. Okay, RB. It's Chuba, who I might have actually taken, and Rico Dowell, both of those. Jalen. Yeah, I probably would have taken either, well, Hubbard, and then if not Hubbard, Dowdle.
Yeah, I am looking at a tight end here. Cole Met would be my first choice. If he's gone, I will probably go with Pat Fryermuth, and if Fryermuth is gone, I'll probably go with Schultz. If those three are off the board, I honestly don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
Well, you'll have 3 picks to get him there.
Yeah, even if Brett takes one of those two as a backup tight end, the odds of all three being gone. The odds of all three being gone are very minimal. Brett, Andrew, and Joey would all have to take backup tight ends here.
And my third tight end.
Yeah, because here it is.
So, Brett, who am I taking?
Oh, let's see. You're taking. Well, it's definitely one of two. It's either a wide receiver or a defense. Well, no, hold on. It could be a running back. No, I'd say wide receiver, defense, and I'd probably say defense. So, as a defense, you're.
Well, Romeo Dobbs is the top player on the board. I was considering him. You could go best player available.
Eagles defense is what I would guess here.
Well, I could pick anybody, but I could pick anybody I wanted to because still got one slot and they only have to pick a defense and kicker. But I'm going to go Darian.
Even okay. Well, it was either wide receiver, defense, but I would have guessed defense. Although last time he took a defense in round 14 was 2013. Ever since then, it's either been 15 or 16 every year.
And I'm going to get my backup tight end to Mark Andrews in case he gets injured again. Cole Met. So now I've got to go defense or kicker with my last two picks. And Bantle goes with Goff as his backup. I do have the Lions in the Super Bowl this year, so that's a good backup in a 1 QB league.
Schultz down as a tight end for Sunhaven. We have a QB finally, and he managed to still get Goff. So I mean, he did well. He skipped the second quarterback twice last time, and still ended up with Goff. So like, he ended up just fine there.
Yeah, he's got Allen, so he only needs Goff for like a game during Allen's bye week. What defense should I go after? This is where things get tough. Actually, I'm gonna do the unthinkable here. I'm gonna draft the Chargers defense.
The running back is Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell is right here. And then the Saints defense, Elvis. Round 15, it's a second defense for Elvis. Saints.
Yeah, some owners like to take two defenses and rotate the defenses in during bye weeks so they don't have to use the waivers.
I used to.
It is a surprising defense pick. 15. Okay. So that means we got a button. All right.
Yeah, Bryce Norman's led at Southeast Missouri in tackles 3 years in a row. No player's ever done it 4 years in a row. But yeah, they do lead that game. Bucky Irving. Joey takes Bucky Irving, who's the number 2 running back on the Buccaneers. in the 15th round.
Bucky the Buccaneer. And the Falcons
Bucky
take
Irving, the only thing better than Bucky's gas station, Bucky Irving. And I'm not even sure Bucky Irving's that good yet. Because Bucky's has really good food from what I hear.
Oh yeah, it's not gas station food like you'd think. I mean, they make it right there, carving up brisket sandwiches.
Like, I've heard it's better than Sheetz, which is up here in the Northeast in Pittsburgh. I've heard it's way better. And honestly, that's on my bucket list, to go to a Bucky's gas station. That is one thing I want to knock off my bucket list at some point down the road.
They are something else.
Yep.
Then the two different ones.
Damn.
Taking a stand. Let me just double check that. Okay, yeah, it's got to be Joshua Palmer. That is a wide receiver.
Good luck, guys.
Pardon, yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Appreciate the support, Jason.
And we got next, we got Debo. What does Debo want here?
Debo wants Gabe Davis.
Gabe freaking Davis. Have at it. Have fun with Gabe Davis. I did that last year. That is not a tango I need to dance again. Major Kickers wants a kicker. Although they've been pretty all over the place, Nick, with kickers. Like round 16, round 13, 15, 14. 4 straight years of round 11.
And Tyler Boyd, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Dontavian Wicks, Cousins, Dotson.
Okay, Tyler Boyd.
Jake Moody, Midget Kickers takes Jake Moody, the one kicker I interviewed at the East-West Shrine Bowl in Las Vegas. He also missed an extra point during Super Bowl 58 last year.
Oh, why am I looking for Kirk Cousins at my running backs? What the heck? Dots.
Oh, no.
And Jake Moody is a kicker for the...
There's a few kickers I'm looking at. Dicker and Bass are the two notables that stand out. I mean, Bass was a top 5 kicker a few years ago. Jason Sanders is also still there. So I'm going to get someone regardless of how the board ends up.
Debo needs... Ooh, what does Debo usually want here? Second tight end, second quarterback. Debo likes to have a second quarterback more often than having a second tight end, but last 2 years in a row, Debo's had a second tight end, so...
Yeah, I think I took Kenny Pickett in the last round of last year's draft. Nobody's going to take Kenny Pickett this year after how bad he was with the Steelers.
Kenny Pickett. Matt Gay. A second kicker. Finding Debo. Well, that's actually not unprecedented. This is the 5th time he's done it, so... Matt Gay off the board, and we gotta click the little button. And then we had Kendrick Bourne. The Bourne identity.
But
The Bourne Supremacy for Carolina Extreme.
Who the heck do I want? This is a freaking crapshoot. Sure. Why not? Yeah. All right, this will be a short year for me for running backs. It'll be a running back. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Khalil Herbert.
I'm all right with it.
And Williams on North Alabama looks injured on the play. Maybe he's just getting his legs stretched out by the trainers.
Dicker the kicker.
And Joey's on the clock here, and then I'm on the clock, and then Auto Draft is on the clock, and then Sunhaven's on the clock, and then Bantle wraps things up with the Mr. Irrelevant pick at 192. So there's about 192 picks in a 6-round NFL draft without comp picks. Or an NHL draft without comp picks. 192 is the total median number of picks. So
IP addresses, you know that one.
yeah.
Sean Watson. 16. The heck is my cursor? There it is.
And Joey takes Deshaun Watson with his final pick. No, I'm not taking Jake Bates auto draft. Let's see what kicker. We're gonna go with Tyler Bass.
Yep. Okay, so we can get rid of this. We can hit this.
So looking at our team, we got Caleb Williams starting at quarterback, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Pittman, Higgins, Mark Andrews, Keenan Allen, the flex, Chargers defense, Tyler Bass, Rashee Rice, Zach Moss, Cortland Sutton, J.K. Dobbins, Xavier Legette, Justin Herbert, and Cole Met as my bench players. Not bad.
Okay. We know your kicker, hey Chris, sings on the bottom of a musical score.
Bass.
Uh-huh.
Or he's a freshwater sport fish. Well, there's sea bass too, I suppose.
They used to have those Billy Bass fishermen, the talking fish things that would sing the Billy Bass
Yeah.
back in the day.
I had a friend out in California who had a large piece of pasture property that he raised cattle on, and we'd go out there every year to help him steer the calves, and he had one of those on the wall in his cabin.
Yeah, Joey left the draft. He got his picks in once he took Deshaun Watson. But yeah, Alexander Madison.
The bridges of Madison County.
And Taysom Hill. Jason ends the year with Taysom Hill. ESPN is encouraging me to enter the Miller Lite sweepstakes. So ESPN promoting alcoholism. The worldwide leader in sports is promoting alcoholism and alcohol addictions. So
There you go.
all right, but yeah, that'll do it for. I did live stream this on Restream, so the whole video's up on YouTube with commentary. Wow, we got 27 people here, more than we had on Talk Shoe today. Who should I start? I got a question from Fletcher Cox, the former Eagles player. Who should I start week 1? Zay Flowers, Xavier Worthy, Mostert, or D-Hop? This is from actual Fletcher Cox. I don't know if it's the former Eagle, but it's a YouTuber named Fletcher Cox. So I'm going to let Brett, we are going to take a fan mail question, then we'll sign off. Damn, we got like four people in kick leaving a fire emoji, but we did get a fantasy football question. I want to answer this. I would start Zay. I think Zay's matchup against the Chiefs corners is the most favorable, but I also really like Worthy. Andrew, Brett, do you want to comment on this? Zay, Worthy, Mostert, or D-Hop? Who do you start week 1?
You're talking about your limit.
Yeah, I got a question from somebody in our chat room for fantasy football. It's a fantasy question. Week 1, Zay Flowers, Worthy, Mostert, or D-Hop? Who do you start week 1 and why?
Oh, for a flex, I see what you mean.
Yeah. I was going to sign off, but we got a fan mail question, so I figured we may as well answer it. I'm going to go with Zay, but I mean, there.
Probably. Well, my first instinct says I wouldn't want to go with Mostert, not in week 1. I want to see how that pans out before I go in too deep into Mostert. That's a little bit of a risk. I mean, if you're in a matchup,
And the Jaguars have a better run defense than most realize. You know, Brett, the Jaguars, so they're moving to a 43 defense. I wouldn't.
You'd be in a situation where you needed to take a lot of risk if you were going to play Mostert week 1 to flex with those selections. So I would say take Mostert out of there, be my first instinct, and then look at the other 3.
Worthy's going to be facing a lot of good Ravens corners. They have Brandon Stevens, Marlon Humphrey. They have Arthur Millette, and they have Nate Wiggins. So they have got the Ravens have a lot of good corners. I like Worthy as a long-term player, but I don't think he's going to take off in week 1 like Zay Flowers did last year. So that leaves it with Zay Flowers against the Chiefs number 2 corner. Or DeAndre Hopkins against second-year corner Tyreek Stevenson, who did well as a rookie, took the starting boundary job from Kyler Gordon. So
I can see why he asked. That's not an easy choice.
It's not.
Man, because you got Hopkins coming into Tennessee, new quarterback. I mean, I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Mostert situation. Like, if I'm choosing between Hopkins and Mostert, I'd definitely go Hopkins. But Hopkins and Flowers, I worry about going up against the Chiefs in week 1 like that, especially on an opener
In Kansas City.
on Thursday in Kansas City. So I'd probably go with Hopkins.
All right. So Brett's going Hopkins. I'm going D-Hop. So Hopkins is who Brett would start in week 1. I don't know. The reason I'm saying Zay might succeed is because, you know, the Chamari Connor, some of the other corners that didn't start last year projected to start and replace in place of Jarius Sneed, who's now in the Titans. But I appreciate Brett answering that question. That was a good question, Fletcher Cox. I don't think you're the former Eagle, but regardless, I appreciate your fantasy football feedback. So I am going to end this draft live stream. I'm surprised it got more views than the show we did this morning, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take the views. I'm not going to complain about that. And yeah, ESPN, way to promote alcoholism with your fantasy football draft. So that